Hello everyone, back into today's first video, doing 5D forecast for today's first video. So as always on Wednesday, we're having a detailed look at the weather for the coming 5 days. After that, this afternoon on the homepage, we'll have your regular week to 10 day video update. We'll include the Beijing Climate Centre for the next 40 days in Madam. That'll take us pretty much to the end of the year. So we're running down the clock now on 2018, but a very unusual year's weather to say the least. Will there be some final twists and turns before we get to the end of the year? We'll have to wait and see on that. But starting us off today, we've got the 5-day forecast. So we're going to begin with radar picture from Weather Outlook, and then we'll have a look at the charts from westcentral.de. You can find the link to both of those websites on the links page. So a few places have had their first snowflakes of the season overnight and through this morning, down across the south parts of Midlands as well. There's been some sleet and snow in places down in the south of the Midlands. Hasn't really amounted to a great deal, but I think there has been temporary coverings in a few places. I've had a couple of pictures sent, so I'll show you those in today's second video update. We'll begin with the radar picture though. And you can see that we've got specific areas of precipitation really. So we've got quite a lot of precipitation across eastern and southeastern Scotland. That's bringing rain, sleet and snow into the east, southeast Scotland, and some quite persistent areas of rain, sleet and snow there as well. Then we've got these showery bursts down through the Midlands into some parts of central southern England. That's given the first snowflakes across some parts of the south that we've seen so far this season. They're generally moving north, so we'll probably be easing away through the course of the afternoon, tend to die away as they push northwards. Generally, it's a case of watching these showers and more persistent areas of rain, sleet and snow becoming confined to Scotland through today, with England and Wales tending to turn drier, particularly as we get through towards this evening. Here's today's tropical pressure chart. So the high pressure that's brought this cold air is still sitting over Scandinavia. Low pressure's out to west of Ireland, and we're just beginning to tilt the wind into a little bit more of a southerly. So we're losing the bitter, really was quite a bitter easterly, but we've had over the past couple of days with tilting wind into the south, and that will start to bring some slightly less cold air into southern parts of the country through the course of the second half of this week. But for the rest of today, we've got those wintry showers across parts of the Midlands, central southern England. They're going to carry on moving northwards through the course this afternoon and becoming increasingly light and patchy as they do so, I think, tending to die out by this evening. Also across Scotland, as we know, we've got those heavy areas of rain, sleet and snow, significant accumulation of snow likely in the mountains, over high ground. Rain, sleet with some snow mixed in down at low levels, bit of a wintry mix. Otherwise, I think it's a case of things drying up through the course this afternoon and probably increasing amounts of sunshine developing as well. It's going to be a cold day, temperatures ranging from around 3 to 6 degrees. But at least we've lost that strong easterly wind that we had a couple of days ago. Now, overnight tonight, we're going to keep a situation like this with high pressure remaining to our northeast, low pressure out to the southwest. Lighter winds tonight, and the showers away from Scotland anyway, where they will keep going across Scotland, continue to bring a wintry mix of rain, sleet and snow there. But elsewhere, the showers will generally tend to die away and pull back towards the coast. Clearing skies, light winds will be a recipe for a widespread frost. So probably the coldest night of the week coming up tonight, with temperatures widely going down to -1, -2, but in rural areas, say across mid-Wales, we might see the temperature going as low as around -5 tonight, so really quite a hard frost out in the countryside in rural areas. And as I say, I think this will be just about the coldest night of the week. Through the course of Thursday, the high pressure remains to the northeast, low pressure's down to the southwest. Again, we're bringing up slightly more of a southeasterly wind, so it will just start to bring some slightly less cold air in towards the south. Still have wintry showers across northern and eastern parts of Scotland, possibly some wintry showers for northeast England too. And with low pressure so close to the southwest, we might start to bring some patchy rain in towards parts of Wales and southwest England, particularly the west of Wales and southwest England on Thursday afternoon. Otherwise, again, a lot of dry weather, bright or sunny spells, but probably increasing amounts of cloud too during the course of Thursday. Temperatures tomorrow, we're looking at really quite a chilly day again for many of us, with temperatures ranging from around 3 to 6 degrees once again for central and northern Britain. But down in the south, actually, it won't be quite as cold. Temperatures could struggle up to around 8 or 9 degrees on the south coast. Friday continues with the northern blocking there up across Iceland. Low pressure again out to the southwest, bringing up this southerly to southeasterly flow, and again just slightly less cold air once more. Still some showery rain across parts of southwest England and West Wales. Maybe still a few wintry showers left across northeast Scotland. Most places looking dry. I think there's probably going to be quite a lot of cloud around on Friday, with only limited bright or sunny spells. Temperatures might reach around 10 degrees on the south coast, but more typically around 6-7 degrees for many of us. So still quite chilly and still below average for the 23rd of November, not as cold as in the earlier part of the week, and shouldn't be as cold by night either, with quite a lot of clouds still around. That's how Saturday's looking. High pressure continues to be blocking to the north of the UK. Low pressure is out to the southwest. Just beginning to turn the wind a little bit more easterly again on Saturday. So certainly for Scotland and northern England, and probably Northern Ireland, I think it'll feel a bit colder actually on Saturday, with a little bit more of an easterly wind. Generally quite a lot of quiet weather around again. A few showers down those eastern coasts. Possibly some more general rain. It might turn a little bit heavier later on in the day across southwest England, but many places staying dry. Quite a lot of cloud, a few bright or sunny spells. Temperatures just starting to edge down perhaps a little bit. So in the north, maybe no better for around 3 or 4 degrees. In the south, probably around 7 or 8 degrees, something like that. And then as we go into Sunday, that easterly wind is freshening up even more, and this will start to bring colder air back in, I think, particularly across the northern half of the country as we go into the second half of the weekend. And with that easy wind freshening, it will feel increasingly cold. Low pressure down across the southwest will bring outbreaks of quite heavy rain potentially into parts of Wales, southwest England. That rain might get in towards parts of the Midlands, central southern England by the end of the day. But many parts of Northern Ireland, northern England, Scotland will have a fairly dry day, albeit quite cloudy, but it'll be raw with that easterly wind really starting to pick up once again. Temperatures in the north probably no better than around 2 to 4 degrees. In the south, again, probably up to around 6 or 7. But I think the temperature actually in the south does edge down as we go through the weekend, with those easterly winds freshening up. We finish the 5-day forecast period looking like that. Now, if we're about a month or so on, if this was kind of like 26th of December rather than 26th of November, that will probably be a very snowy chart for many parts of the country away from the far south and southwest. You would expect heavy snow, probably drifting and blizzards in places with that. It's still only the 26th of November, so we're just talking about heavy rain, really, although there will be a northern edge to that rain. And on that northern edge, with this easterly wind ahead of it, we can't rule out the chance of some sleet or snow, I don't think. So for England and Wales, probably Monday finishes the 5-day forecast period with outbreaks of heavy and persistent rain. Scotland, probably mainly dry. Could be some wintry showers for eastern parts of Scotland. Let's say there's a dividing line, a weather front that will divide the rain across England and Wales with the drier conditions across Scotland on that dividing line, which is likely, I would have thought, to be somewhere around southwest Scotland or northern England. On that dividing line, I wouldn't rule out the chance of some sleet or snow, particularly over high ground, but maybe not exclusively so. Temperatures in the north are going to be cold, and it's going to feel quite bitter, I think, with that east to southeasterly wind keeping temperatures at around 2 or 3 degrees at best, probably for central and northern Scotland. Down in the far southwest, it might actually turn very mild by the end of the day. You might get temperatures around 12 degrees, but more generally 5 or 6 with a strong easterly wind and outbreaks of rain. It's going to feel pretty cold and miserable, I think, as we start next week. And then, of course, today's second video will extend out beyond the 5-day forecast period later on this afternoon. Finally, just have a look at charts from the weather outlook. So we've got the rain, sleet and snow, wintry mix across eastern parts of Scotland down to north east England. Few wintry showers across England and Wales, those increasingly a diminishing prospect really through this afternoon, with more and more bright or sunny spells developing. Then we go through into Thursday, and again we've got some wintry showers here in the northeast. Otherwise, mostly dry conditions, quite a lot of cloud, but a few bright or sunny spells. A little bit less cold down in the south on Friday. Again, a fair amount of dry weather, but some rain in the southwest, and still a few wintry showers left for the eastern parts of Scotland. Saturday, mostly quiet weather, but then as we go through into Sunday, probably seeing more in way of rain developing, particularly in that southwestern corner. And then we finish up on Monday, re-establishing those cold easterly winds. Outbreaks of rain, particularly, I think, across England and Wales on Monday. And some of that might turn a little bit wintry up in the north as it hits that colder air, assuming it gets that far north anyway. So in summary, well, we're going to have another cold 5 days to come, but the coldest of weather's probably nearly over, actually, with this easterly wind. So for the rest of today, well, more wintry showers in the northeast, wintry showers dying out across England and Wales, a cold and frosty night to come tonight, and then beyond that, just quite a lot of quiet weather really through the remainder of the week and into the weekend. Fairly quiet, quite chilly, not as cold as it has been, but still quite chilly really. And then we go through to the second half of the weekend, the early part of next week, probably turning increasingly wet with some heavy outbreaks of rain and picking up that cold easterly wind once again, particularly so in the north. Right, we'll be back this afternoon with a look at the weather for the next week to 10 days, and also the Beijing Climate Centre for the next 40 days. That will take us to the end of the year, so come back for that this afternoon. But that's all for now, and thanks for watching.